why would he risk the money by putting one of Parker or Zhang against Martin Bakole? Why would he risk the money? Do you know what I mean? He wants to keep all the money within the family, man. Frank Warren is a businessman. He's been in the game for a long time. He's seen all the tricks. He's seen it all. Been there, done that. He knows exactly how to promote a fight, how to negotiate a fight. He knows how to build a fighter. He knows how to destroy a fighter. He knows it all. Do you know what I mean? What he wants, well, I'm trying to get into Frank Warren's head, yeah? So I'm thinking right now, I'm Frank Warren, I'm the promoter. There's money to be made, yeah? Potentially, you've got AJ versus Dubois in September, yeah? Let's just say Dubois wins. Because at the moment, he's the underdog, innit? AJ is the favorite. But let's just say Daniel Dubois pulls it off and he beats Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois becomes the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, yeah? Now, more opportunities open up for Frank Warren because now he can put a Daniel Dubois in there against a Joseph Parker or a Zhilei Zhang to fight for that belt. But he promotes all three fighters, so the belt stays with Frank Warren. The belt stays with Frank Warren. Do you know? Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting it now? Yeah. And then you've got Fury versus Usyk in December. Let's just say, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one because Usyk is an elite fighter and he already beat Tyson Fury once. But let's just say that Tyson Fury wins the rematch against Alexander Usyk, and now he's again the world champion of the world, and he's got a free belt. All four belts, all heavyweight belts, are now under the Queensberry promotion. Frank Warren's got all the belts. All the fighters are with him. Do you know how much negotiating power that gives him over all other promoters? He can negotiate whatever the hell he wants. This is the power move by Frank Warren. That's what I'm saying. When I say Zhilei Zhang is scared of Martin Bakole, I don't mean physically scared where he's scared to get in a ring with him. I mean, like, why would Zhilei Zhang risk his potential title ambitions by taking on a high-risk, low-reward fight with Martin Bakole? It just makes no sense. He'd rather just chill, wait, or, if anything, take on Joseph Parker in a rematch, win that fight, and then he still gets an opportunity for the IBF title. You know, whoever wins out of AJ and Dubois, Zhilei Zhang and Joseph Parker, one of them's next. Especially Joseph Parker after he beat Zhilei Zhang and he beat Deontay Wilder. His stock is high right now. Joseph Parker is in the best position of his life. Why the hell would he risk that to fight Martin Bakole and potentially lose that fight and then lose the position? We've seen it in the past where fighters, you know, they're mandatory for a belt, or they're working towards a title fight. And then, you know, they hit a banana skin along the way and all of a sudden that's it, done. We've seen it with Dillian White. How long did Dillian White wait for a title? When he was on form, do you know what I mean? And then when his form started to dip, he went in there against Tyson Fury, and we know what happened. He got knocked out. But then that wasn't a Dillian White that was in hot form a few years before that. We've seen it with recently with Joe Joyce. He was on fire. Beat Daniel Dubois, beat Joseph Parker. He was on fire. Everyone was talking about Joe Joyce as the next potential title contender. Do you know what I mean? People were saying he can beat Fury. Seriously, there were people saying Joe Joyce has got a great chin. He can beat Fury. He can beat AJ. Where's Joe Joyce now? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, especially in boxing, you need to have that business savvy. You need to know how to move. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why people didn't really like Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? Because you're such a great business person, man. He knew how to make all the business moves. He wasn't just smart in a ring, smart outside of it when it came to handling business as well, especially the business of boxing. There's so much politics involved. You have to know how to play your cards right. That's what I mean by Zhilei Zhang is scared of Martin Bakole. Now, if the two of them fight, I think that'll be a great fight. I feel like if the fight goes past 5 rounds, Bakole takes over and stops Zhilei Zhang because Zhilei Zhang gasses out. But as of right now, That fight won't happen. And Frank Warren made it clear in his recent interview where he said, is Joseph Parker is contracted to rematch Zhilei Zhang, and that fight will probably take place in China or Saudi Arabia. That's what I mean. Do you know, that is what I mean by when I say Zhilei Zhang, Frank Warren, Joseph Parker. They're scared, innit? They're running from Martin Bakole because high risk, low rewards. It makes sense. If I was Frank Warren, as the promoter, as a business person, I'll be making exactly the same decisions as he is. Why would I risk my fighters here who right now their stock is high? Zhilei Zhang just knocked out Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Parker beat Zhilei Zhang and Wilder. So Parker's in a very great position. In fact, he's probably lined up next for the IBF title. He'll face the winner of Dubois AJ. Parker and risking that. He's gonna chill. So Bakole for now is a victim of his own success. Because Martin Bakole looks so impressive against Gerard the Baby Anderson, everyone's looking at him now. Oh no, not him. Do you know what I mean? We don't want no problems with him. Do you know what I mean? They won't mind fighting him, like, do you know what I mean? Maybe let on down the line. But now, you know, now that other fighters like Zhang and Parker have title ambitions, they're gonna stay way, way clear of Martin Bakole because he's just there's too much risk. He's awkward, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He's a big guy, 6'6", punches hard. Do you know what I mean? He can drop you with an uppercut. He's got a strong jab. His right hand is an absolute killer. He's a monster right now. Martin Bakole right now is the fighter that's gonna be avoided because you're not getting the money that you will get if you fight Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk against Martin Bakole, and there's no title on the line. So why would you take that if you're like number 1 and number 2 contenders for the title? You just wouldn't risk that. It just doesn't make no sense. And I don't blame them. Business-wise, as business people, I don't blame them. Do you know what I mean? I completely agree with them. I know us as boxing fans, as people who love the tough fights, the hard fights, we want to see the best face the best, but we have to remember this is a business. This is the business. And if it doesn't make no business sense, it won't happen. We've seen it with so many fighters in the past. If it does not make no business sense, the fight just won't happen. Do you know what I mean? So I don't blame them at all. Everyone probably wants a crack at AJ. If you're looking at Zhang or Parker, they're looking at AJ. Do you know what I mean? If AJ comes through that fight, beats Dubois, wins that title, you know, Joseph Parker would love to go back in there. Zhilei Zhang would love to go back in there and avenge his loss against AJ that he suffered at the Olympics. Zhang feels cheated in that fight, so he feels like he's got unfinished business against AJ. So that'll be interesting. But AJ is the money. Do you know what I mean? AJ is where the money is. Everyone wants to fight AJ. If AJ, even without the belt, still generates the most money. Do you know what I mean? So a Zhilei Zhang or Joseph Parker fighting AJ, do you know what I mean? Pension sorted, jackpot, lifetime money. Do you know what I mean? Retirement money. What do you think happened to Andy Ruiz? Did you see Andy Ruiz after he fought Anthony Joshua the first time when he beat Anthony Joshua? What happened to Andy Ruiz? Made the most money he's ever made in his whole life, whole career. Went, bought Bentleys, bought Rolls Royce, and got fat. No discipline. Because he made so much money. And he made a lot of money as the champion in the rematch against Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua is that guy, man. And Zhilei Zhang, Joseph Parker, at the back of their minds, they're thinking, you know what? I might have a crack at Anthony Joshua next. So I want to stick tight. I want to sit tight. I'm not going to move. I'm going to wait and see. September is not far off. Do you know what I mean? We've only got a month until the fight. AJ versus Dubois. So they're going to sit for a month, chill. Let Martin Bakole enjoy his time and let the hype die down. And, you know, people forget quickly. Do you know what I mean? Like, let all the smoke, all the dust settle and everything like that. Watch their AJ versus Dubois fight. And yeah, and see where they can go for that. But either one of Zhang or Parker are next for the title. They're next for the title. So they're gonna sit right tight and see if they can get AJ or the win of Fury and Usyk as well in the new year in 2025. So yeah, man, that's my take on it. That's how I'm looking at it. That's my views on it. That's my opinion on it. Like I said in the start, I'm not saying Zhang is physically scared or fears Martin Bakole, even though I do feel that Martin Bakole beats Zhang and he beats Parker as well. But I'm not saying Parker or Zhang are scared, like terrified. Oh my God, I don't want to fight him. He's so scary. No, no, no. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say from a business point of view, it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. So they're gonna park that. You know, they're not gonna even entertain Martin Bakole for now. They're gonna focus on their title ambitions, and maybe next year or something, if they don't get a title shot, they lose. Maybe next year, you know, Martin, he might open up for Martin Bakole. He might get more opportunities to fight some of these guys in the top 5. But guys, listen, let me know. What do you think? Who do you think Zhilei Zhang should fight next? Who do you think Joseph Parker should fight next? And also, who do you think, you know, Martin Bakole should fight next? Any fighters out there that, you know, that could further elevate Martin Bakole's reputation, fame, name, and everything? Suggest it to me. Let me know in the comments. I'll really appreciate that. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Until the next one. Peace.